Here we are. Not at Nathalia Historical Society. I'm doing this from home today, but it is for the Nathalia Historical Society, and that's the important part. I've got a bucket of ash there that has come out of my own fireplace, and I'm going to add water to it to create lye, the soap for later on. And this is all attached to the grey soap recipe. So got my bucket of water, got my big stick somewhere. There we go. Give it a stir, and then put a lid on it and leave it for a day or two, and then strain it off, and then we'll test the lye consistency using an egg. Okay, so I've left this for a day, and the water is drained through the ash, and you can probably see it dripping out of the hole in the bottom of the bucket into this other bucket. And I've strained it off into these glass jars, and this is just normal water with an egg in it. Can demonstrate what a fresh egg looks like if you put it in water. This will make sense in a moment, I promise. Now I'm going to carefully chuck it in my lye solution. Now, if it is not much stronger than water, it will sink straight to the bottom, which it has. So that tells me that it's nowhere near strong enough, and I need to pour all of this solution back through the ash again, and perhaps consider getting some fresh ash. Okay, so I've just drained the bucket that my ash drained into originally, and I've just poured some into this glass jug. So if you know anything about eggs, you know that if they're right to use, they sink in the water. If they float in water, then they are rotten. Now watch what happens when I put it in the lye solution. She floats! Look at that! So in the description of the lye from the grey soap recipe, it said it should sit, if I can move it to the center a bit more, it should be able to float, and above the water it should be roughly the size of a large coin. So this is not the size of a large coin. This is not necessarily a bad thing. And I'll just chuck that back in there to rinse it off. It means that it is ready enough that I can boil it the rest of the way down outside. You'll want to do this outside, and I'll show you the result a bit later on. This is the setup I have outside to boil down my lye. As I said, outside. You do not want to do this inside. Nonetheless, I'm currently cooking it, and it's only just started to warm up. I'm not doing the whole batch. I'm only doing approximately half the batch. The rest is still in the glass jars over where we were before. This is so if I boil it too much and it ends up too strong, I can use some of the other stuff to dilute it a little bit. I boiled the lye down, and I don't think you can tell, but it is a slightly darker colour than what we started with from the ash. So I'm just going to demonstrate now with my egg. So you can see from that it's little coin size. Now I'm going to put it in this one, and I'd call that big coin size. So I'm going to say that this one is ready to rock and roll. Now, I probably should have gloves on at this point, because this lye is quite a lot stronger than what that was. So bear that in mind if you try and do anything like this yourself.